Make a motion, we open the meeting
Second.
at 9:06.
Thank you.
Good morning, this is the Council on Aging meeting of December 11th, 2018. We had a motion to call the meeting to order. First on our agenda, well, first I'd like to state that Patrick Blake is an excused absence, and we have new member Kent Vincent, also an excused absence. He's in paramedic refresher class, so he can't make it. So we'd like to review the minutes from the November 13th meeting. We would like to state there's just a few typographical errors on the minutes. So if you go to the second page where it says discussing the state grant, it says ill, it should be will. And then the next paragraph, the programs allow seniors, should be seniors, just, these are all just typographical errors. Next page, Pam Schultz, should be Schwartz.
Oh, it does it on my computer all the time. He used to do that over the PA all the time in high school. With Mr. Schwartz, please contact the office.
And in one paragraph, states money being raised for the center, again, just a typographical error. Everybody have a chance to review the minutes? We have a motion to accept the minutes with the corrected typographical errors.
Yeah,
A second.
I accept.
We have a motion, seconded by Janet. All in favor?
Aye.
Next on the agenda, we have the program stats for October and November.
So October, we went over in November, so I didn't have Sandy pull them. But November, we went from 353 to 370, so that's really impressive. We also had 18 new people for the month between November and now. As of this date, from 12/1 till 12/10, we've already had 170 people into the senior center.
Wow,
And I assume that that's gonna be well over 200 today with all the people that are coming for the gingerbread houses.
that's amazing.
We had a very, very good turnout for a lot of programs that we had, and that was a huge, huge success. They had a beef stew dinner with the Sunshine Club, and we had our holiday party. We also made snowmen with Sue Gagnon, and so it's been a lot of fun.
Events for December and January.
So today they're going to be doing the gingerbread house, which Pam will talk about. We're going to have Christmas movie tomorrow. Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell. Sandy has Netflix, so she's going to pull that up on the TV tomorrow. And it's a good movie, I heard, yeah. And we're going to have stuffed chicken for $3 provided by Tri-Valley. So we've got quite a few people signed up for that, so that should be a good time. And we changed our book club from December to January because we're reading Murder on the Orient Express. And we wanted everybody to have time around the holidays to really to read that. And we're going to be joined at this book club with our volunteers from the high school, Ashley and Maya and Mrs. D. So while they're frosting our cupcakes and other things that they do, they're listening to the book. And we thought it would be really nice for them to be able to sit in on a book club discussion and watch the movie with us and have lunch. So they'll be joining us for that in January. We'll be at book club on January 9th.
Alright.
So books are going out now if anybody wants one. They're available.
I do want to say that BBT made the dinner for the holiday party, and it was amazing. They did a really nice job.
Yes, it was exceptional food.
Interview results.
So we had, I think like 6 or 7 inquiries and resumes. Out of those, we had 3 people that actually came in and interviewed for the position. So I had one of them come back to be interviewed with Sandy. And now I'm going to set up a meeting with Matt to interview all 3 and kind of see which one he feels is a
More of a
good fit.
Mm-hmm.
Dependability wise,
flexible.
is flexible,
Yeah.
and you know, can fit in with the seniors. We have a nice staff with Katie, and she'll be back in January.
Oh, good.
She'll be coming in.
Her and the
and-
baby are still doing good?
Yes, they're doing wonderful. And with Cheryl, she'll be traveling a little bit over the winter. And so it'll be nice. So we have such a nice fit, and we have such a nice rapport with everybody, and you really want to make sure that the person that you have has a, you know, is capable of doing all of the things that we do, and has the right attitude. So I just figure, you know, sometimes it's hard to be biased when you're interviewing people. It would be easier for me to be able to give my recommendation and Sandy's recommendation, and then see, you know, what Matt's take on it is.
Alright. State breakfast with the town administrator.
So, there was a little confusion with the time, which Matt apologized for. It actually started at 8:30. We were under the impression it started at 10. So I was there at 9:30, and they had just started a few minutes after 9. They were running late, so I did capture most of the meeting. It was a lot about getting ready for the boom that's going on, because seniors are just the hugest population right now, and it's just gonna continue and continue and continue over the next 10 to 20 years. So housing is a huge issue. I mean, we know it's a huge issue here.
Yeah.
You know, if you're 75 or 80 years old and you want to sell your house, you're on a waiting list for years to get into an apartment. So, you know, everybody is facing that. All of the communities have this issue. Assisted living is lovely, but it's very expensive if you don't have the money and you're only 70, and you could outlive your money. And so, that's something that the state is really trying to look in on, and trying to figure out how it is they can have more housing for all of the seniors that they're going to have to house in the next, you know, decade. And the health issues and health insurance, and being in that gap of Medicare and Medicaid and all of that. So the governor himself has just turned 60, or will be turning 60, so he has really started to look into this whole, you know, bracket of seniors. So that was very nice.
Yeah.
And then the Sturbridge Senior Center has just started their own memory cafe, and that's for people with Alzheimer's and dementia to be able to go in and have a safe place with entertainment. I don't feel or think that there is a need for it currently in Douglas. If I am mistaken, I wish anybody would let me know, because I would certainly apply for a grant and have that. When we had Mike here, we did the dementia-friendly training, which only a couple of senior centers, to my knowledge, have done. So at least we're there with that. So I think that it was very informative, and it was a nice networking experience. And there was some state representatives there, and it was really, you know, a very good meeting. So I was appreciative that, you know, Matt, you know, took the opportunity to allow us to go to the meeting and to share the information with us, because I had no idea what was going on. So it was really very nice.
Good. Report of bills and vouchers signed.
So we had a phone bill. We ordered some paper from WB Mason and some blue pens, because I do everything down here in blue pen. And we had some, that was under the regular budget, and then we had the vouchers for Tai Chi, Zumba, and yoga under the grant.
All right. Sunshine Club news and events. Pam.
Okay, since last time we met, we've had we've had Sue come in and do the Christmas decorations. 9 people attended. That was nice. It became a 2-day session, not a 1-day session. To complete them, we did the beef stew dinner the 28th. That went over well. A few snafus, as Marty can attest to, the day before and the day of. But we compensated, and I got resourceful and pulled it off.
delicious.
Good. The making the stew was the easy part. It was all the
The other stuff.
yeah. And then today we're sponsoring the gingerbread decorating. I thought we were gonna get maybe 10 to 12 people signed up. We have 27.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
And a few last minute requests to join. The gal from Webster's in my exercise class, I just left her, she made all the gingerbread. She and her husband delivered them last night, a few more coming in, set up the candy table. So she's doing it as a donation.
Oh, that's nice.
So we're
Wow.
compensated with a gift card to one of our favorite restaurants. So.
That's nice.
So that's it on our part for December. We have no great plans for January because we plan that after the new year. We're going to see how the weather develops. So that's where we are at the end of the year.
Very good. I did hear about the beef stew dinner, that it was a lot of fun, even though there was the entertainment.
Yeah,
what
your
happened
mother
with
had
that.
it.
Yeah, they said everybody interacted, everybody, you know,
Yeah, it was
had
a
a lot
nice,
of fun.
actually it turned
Right.
out to be a nice alternative
Yeah.
to do that kind of socialization.
Yeah,
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 so.
very good.
Good.
Other business, anybody would like to talk about something or bring up something, have any issues, anything? No?
So, we received our donation at the holiday party from Donna Hardy. And we took some pictures, I'm gonna post them on Facebook today. I try to do things in levels because we have so much going on here that I like to capture everything, but I don't wanna overload the Facebook. And I really wanted her to be able to have the spotlight for the whole day.
Mhm.
So I will post that up either later this afternoon or tomorrow morning.
That was very generous that
Very
what she did.
good.
Yeah.
Super thoughtful.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart. She came in and she helped serve our lunch. And they raised $1,100 for us to put into our donation account. So that will go towards some of the, maybe the mural painting or some other tangible items that we need here. They actually called me from the Sturbridge Express yesterday. I know it's gonna be published in all the papers. And they had asked what we were going to use it for, and I said, I have a council on aging board and the seniors, and we all kind of come together with what the need would be. And at this time, we don't really have a super need for anything except the flooring and the mural, you know, that everybody has gotten excited about. So we're gonna be using some of that. Also, I did meet with the town administrator and had addressed, last month, we had talked about the safety issue of the carpeting and maybe pieceworking some of the rooms to get regular flooring in, especially out in the exercise area where we do a lot of dancing and a lot of the exercise programs. And he said that he thought maybe I did receive a quote. It could be anywhere from $19,000 to $22,000 or $23,000, depending on what they find under this carpet when they pull it out. We're not really, it's properly glued. They're not really sure how easy it's gonna be to get it up. So the price from 19 to 22 or 23 will cover that. So he did say that I could put it on capital
Good.
because it's become a safety issue. We have had quite a few people fall.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, last month when one of our seniors fell, she ended up getting quite a bit of stitches in her head, and we were grateful that that was as severe as it was and not worse.
Yeah,
So
that's a definite need
Yes.
for the senior center.
I will be working
Absolutely.
on the paperwork next week to put it on capital. And also, we are just gotten recertified for our kitchen again. And Sandy and I completed the allergen training, and that did go under a state grant voucher because that was under our training. So that was one of the bills I had submitted. So we're ready to get back in the kitchen, and everything is going good.
Very good.
Patrice,
And
what's the mural gonna depict?
so it's gonna be, I think, coming down the ramp is
Yeah.
going to be the waterfall that's in the center of town.
Oh.
And then around our office, they're thinking about making it like a little cottage of some sort. So he's come up with some really creative ideas, and we're gonna be doing it a little bit at a time. We did have a donation from some generous seniors for the deposit. And I will be using the gift account from my mother-in-law from last year. And those two things we've already accomplished, and I know the Sunshine Club will be doing a little bit towards it. So we're just gonna try to do it a little bit at a
Nice
time.
idea.
I would assume that because we're trying to get new flooring and we are investing a little bit of money into things, we're gonna be here for probably quite a while. And that's fine, we're happy, and we're glad we have a place, so I think we'll just continue to probably, you know, put things into this building, you know, for now. So, also, I have a new puppy. His name is Jameson, and he is a golden doodle, and he's going to be trained to be a therapy dog. So I brought him in yesterday and put him in my office on his bed, and all the seniors walked in and out, and when they got settled into their programs, I picked him up and walked around with them, and he was very well received. And I had two people say it was so nice to be able to have a dog to be able to hang out with because they're not capable of having their own.
Yeah.
I got a lot of dog offers for babysitting if I wanted to go away for a weekend. And he was very, very welcomed here. He took a tour of the town hall also, so he's doing very well.
How big
And
is he?
He's only about maybe 10 pounds now. He'll
Is he
be 70 or 80 pounds. He is. He's my office. Do you want me to go get him?
Oh,
He just pretty much sits on his bed like a little old man.
Sweetest
I
thing.
want a dog so bad, but I can't have one.
Oh.
So I'll get to enjoy him down here, which will be great.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. She needs to
She
sit,
brought
or
him- she told me
Wendy
pictures, brought him
does
up
that.
yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Wendy loves
Face on
sitting
that.
dogs.
Oh,
wow. Look at you. Hi, Jameson. You sweetheart.
what a
So
beautiful.
that you can see from the smiles, he brings a lot of joy.
Oh,
And he is hyperallergenic.
beautiful.
So he won't bother anybody if they have allergies, and he doesn't
He
shed.
is so
He
beautiful,
just,
his
he
color.
just hangs out, and nobody knew that he was here for the first hour yesterday
He
morning.
was so calm, it was
Yeah,
amazing.
he just sits on his bed.
And then he gives Patrice hugs, and that is just so adorable.
So it was good to socialize, and I thought it was a really nice thing for the seniors. So I will be intermittently bringing him in and out. I did talk to the town administrator, so he will come in and out and make an appearance as long as he's behaving. And then when that's all done in the spring, I'm gonna write a paper on it,
Oh.
so that I can share the experience with everybody, and I'll probably send it over to the newspaper. Because I think, puppies and babies bring a
Oh,
little
yeah.
life.
Yes,
Um,
yeah.
And I think it would be a nice experiment.
Mhm.
And, to my knowledge, none of the other senior centers have one. And as soon as he's all trained, he'll be making his way to nursing homes and rehabs.
Oh, that's great.
And he's got the nice disposition.
Yeah,
So
he really
for
does.
a 3-month-old puppy, this
Oh,
is
I know.
as good as it
Yeah.
gets.
Yeah.
I'm boring you, I can see that.
You disturbed me.
So, that's what we have.
They bring a lot of
So,
joy,
if
that's
we
for
can
sure.
pick another meeting date, do we want to do that?
Yeah. Do we want to meet in January?
I think we should skip right to February. I don't
Yeah.
foresee any exciting programs happening in the next, month because we don't book too much because of the weather. And so I think it would be nice to probably move on to February. And if the weather permits, we will talk about our January events that, events come up constantly because vendors will start calling after the first of the year, so.
Right.
And we'll have our Valentine's party on the 14th. So do we want to try for the 5th?
Sure.
Does
First
he
Tuesday.
bark or she bark?
January?
He barked the other night
February.
and that was it.
Yeah?
Scared himself. He hasn't since.
February 5th.
A beautiful dog, huh?
He is, he's beautiful.
Are we
When
all
I
set
worked
with?
at the nursing home, we used to have therapy dogs come in
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
And it just brought those people so much joy.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them had their own pets before they had to give up their homes. And to be able to interact, it was really great. Yeah.
I mean, Jana has said a lot that she's missed her dog.
Oh,
So
yeah.
see, now you get to share.
Yeah, yeah.
We're willing to share.
He is beautiful. He really is. And he's got such a nice temperament. He's really beautiful.
Are we all set with February 5th at 9 a.m.? Would be a Tuesday for the next meeting?
February 5th?
Yep.
What are we gonna do in the meantime?
Eat.
Go to Foxwoods.
Yeah.
holidays.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
We got a Christmas party Sunday, the Wall of Christmas,
Second.
in American Legion.
All in favor?
Leslie is over
Happy
100.
holidays.
Children.